a relationship of a crappy job, or do you want this job? And this is where you're raising their expectations. Uh, I wouldn't say, so would you be able to move a little quicker on this job? It's kind of a little aggressive. So would you be able to move a little quicker? No, it's like you mentioned you wanted to get this, and like I said, you didn't do the drill down on why you wanted to do it at the end of the year, but still, you mentioned you wanted to do it at the end of the year. I have a couple time sensitive programs that I can share with you. They may or may not work for you. The first one, it might work for you. It's a 30-day price hold. We've negotiated our prices, our contracts out, cost raw goods, shipping, all that for 30 days, so we know what those costs are going to be. And so if you're able to make a decision in the next 30 days, Eugene, Renewal will reward you with it, and then let me show you what it looks like. It's a 10% discount, right? You're still going to give it to them no matter what, and especially, if he says I want to do it at the end of the year, well, like I said, my question is, what's happening at the end of the year? Well, I get my company bonus in beginning of December. Okay, great. Well, I'm going to finance this guy. We're going to get this going, and at the end of the year, you can use that company bonus and pay off the 1 year savings cash. It costs you absolutely nothing, and you get to save all this and get them now. You can enjoy them now. So the story is, you guys missed it. Anderson took a look at the in-home market, saw some very disturbing things. One is 50% of contractors are gone within the first year of opening their doors. 90% are gone within 5 years of opening the doors. Prices were all over the map. You see ads for 10 windows for $49.95, and Sears is selling the same 10 windows for 18 grand. So it's a big race to the bottom, right? Because I think it's all on price. That's not how you run a business. Quality was all over the map. Obviously, when you're cutting on price, you start cutting on service, you start cutting on quality installs, you start cutting on employees. That's why at 6 o'clock every morning, every Lowe's and Home Depot parking lot is filled with people. By 9, they're gone. Where do they go? People's homes. And I don't fault them for trying to earn a living and pay, feed their families, but that's not who you contracted to do work with. These people go into people's homes. So Anderson wanted to build a sustainable product, which they did in this wonderful fiber material and an amazing glass package. They wanted to build a sustainable business model, so we'll be around in 100 years to earn other people's business and service the clients that we have. So we wanted to price it right. We're not ashamed to make a profit and stay in business. So that's the story, and it's very credible. And they also realized that 94% of all renewals clients felt comfortable moving forward in the initial visit. And they're like, there's the secret sauce. There's the savings that we can pass on, because they didn't want to cut on the product. They didn't want to cut on the service. They didn't want to cut on the whole experience of renewal. But if we could be more efficient, and basically I'm more than happy to drive here as many times as it takes to earn your business, Doug, but renewal's not going to reward you for it because it takes me out of the field earning other people's business. You can understand that, right? So if you're willing to move forward today, if you feel comfortable enough moving forward today, they're going to reward you for that too. Because it saves me from driving in circles. Let me show you what it looks like. It's 15%. It's a very valid story, but you got to know it. And you got to know it like the back of your hand and be convincing to them. You stumble over that instant product reward, they're like, this is bullshit. I can call this guy back anytime. I'll get that price. That's crap. I've seen it on people's faces. You got to know that story and why you're telling it. And it's true. Why would we reward you for driving back 4 times to earn your business? I guess my guys aren't worth anything. Your time's not worth anything. My time's worth a lot. So it has to be credible, and you have to know that story. Then, after the drops, go right back into the financing. And you did that pretty good. You start talking about it again. But I'm like, we can take, you have the 10% and the 15%, and on top of that,
not convincing when I was telling the product.
The story, it wasn't. You could be much stronger in it. Like I said, it's a C level. Put you out in the field, let you start honing it. But you definitely, man. When I tell the story of why we do what we do in the instant product wars, halfway through that story, clients start nodding because they're understanding. They are like, oh, I know where he's getting, and that makes sense.
Because people, I think
So
you can
I'm-
look online.
What?
You can look online and will say, oh, they try to make you buy today and stuff like that. It's like,
That's
There's a
exactly
reason
right.
why.
That's why we have all decision makers here. We're trying to give you.
out of your head.
Yeah, you're online too
Cares.
much, dude.
Yeah,
Oh, I
who
don't
cares
care.
about that stuff? No, seriously. I've seen many salesmen kill themselves by.
I don't
starting to
care
believe
what
the
people
crap.
write about us and how our business model works. We're tripling the size of this company in 2 years, and next year we're going to do $20 million. People want the product, and our business model works. Why would I drive back 5 times, and why would we continue to give you the same discounts?
I agree.
Yeah, it's like, no, you want to take it, and then you know.
You told me you want it, and then here's the best way to get it.
Right. So go back into the financing, and on top of the 10%, which is $900 and some dollars, and then the 15, which is another, so you're about $2,500. These financing plans are still available to you, Eugene. So listen, you can take all these discounts, save as much money as possible, and get it going now. And I can get you all that 1 year same as cash. So when that bonus comes in at Christmas, you can just write it off. You're solution-based thinking, and you can only be that if you know what's ahead of you. That's why you have the needs assessment up front, so it doesn't bite you in the end. And I love this line. It's like, like, well, I just need to think about it. I need to sleep on it. Whatever you said. It's like, all right, no problem. I want this to be a pleasant experience for you. I want you to be excited about it. My experience, I know you're not going to call me back tomorrow and pay more for something that you want and could have got today. So, I mean, I could take a no as gracefully as I could take a yes, Eugene. But what I've heard you say is you love everything about it. You love the process. You trust that we'll do a great job, and you think the window's great. So all I can do, I'm just trying to save you as much money as possible with these discounts. I can take the 15% away. Well, I don't want to do that. Well, then, so you want to get this going? I mean, it just feeds into itself. It's 2 o'clock. I'm not fucking eating anything. But you got through it, and it was to a homeowner who doesn't know what's coming down. I mean, that presentation is far more professional than 95% of people out there running appointments with other companies. They're people at the top of the game, even though they're selling plastic windows. They're at the top of their game, and they're knocking it out of the park. You want to get that way and feel good about what you're selling. So it was a good job. It was a good job of it.
Just takes practice.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few things to work on, and
Those offers, man. Those time sensitive offers. Those offers.